blends be all the right cred, meaning credentials. Best of both worlds when we rockin' over pearls in the instrumental. Are you ready? Set. Jump to the rhythm as hard as you can go. Keep it steady. To the letter rock. Turn it up. We giving the show. But can you rock it like rocket fuel? What you talking about? Space out your mind. But can you rock it like rockets, fool? That's a close encounter of what kind? Gentlemen. When it was time to get it lit, we got it hot like fever. Sick with the talk, pass to your receiver. All about running the spot. And you know we got breath control, so no need to take a breather. Cardio kingpin.
Just off the shores of Lake Erie, we are at First Energy Stadium in a city aptly named after its founder, Moses Cleveland, way back in 1796. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Chicago Bears and the Cleveland Browns. Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season, Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. This is fielded at the goal line. And he will be marked down right there at the 20-yard line.
You got nothing today. You got nothing.
A first carry now for Kareem Hunt. And that's not the start that he was looking for, as he's going to be met and dropped behind the line. It'll go as a loss of 3 right away, and it's second down. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. From the gun, Mayfield. Pressure comes and down goes Baker Mayfield. That's sacked by Khalil Mack.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Mayfield and this Browns offense staring at a 3rd and long now after the sack. 3rd and long for Mayfield. Going down the middle, and it's complete. And he'll be taken down, but they've got this one up to the 35-yard line. A well-executed 22-yard gain. On first down, they'll run with Hunt. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. Quick hitter here, it's complete. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. Mayfield from the gun on 3rd down. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. That's good for a Cleveland first down, an 11-yard pickup. So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Mayfield gives this one to Hunt. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. It's a gain of 10, and the Browns are going to get a first down. Relatively small sample size, but that's his longest run of the first quarter. Bounced it out to the outside to make it successful.
And to get there, you actually need some help. It's not just your pure speed getting to the corner, making sure that the blocking is taken care of inside so the pursuit doesn't get you. And oftentimes, those wide receivers, tight ends that might be flexed out, they've got to control the edge and make sure no one from the outside can spill the play before he gets there. But when you're going up against a talented receiver like that, you just know that they're going to bring more people to him, right? They're going to double cover him every chance they get.
I think that is what we're going to see all game long. An early taste of that double, maybe even sometimes triple coverage we might see.
Yeah, I think what they're counting on, his talent to sometimes beat that double coverage.
That one, a gain of 20 and a first down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there was a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
Yeah, that was a good start getting the play into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off down near the 5. And he will bring this all the way up to the 30-yard line. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. After the interception, here's Jackson. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Now a pass hauled in downfield. 27 yards there. First down.
Let's go.
A gain of 27 on the play. And the Bears first down.
So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 37-yard line. A give going right to Martin. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
The previous run good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. Here's Jackson. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Myles Garrett, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year.
2 sacks last week, another one right here. He's been unblockable lately, and I think that goes all the way back to not just his offseason, but the film study he's been doing during the week, because I think he's found matchups that he likes, and he's capitalizing.
A few times he's even defeated double teams. He doesn't care at this point. On 3rd down, it's Martin. And a good tackle there right around the 30. Stops him short of the first down. Call it a gain of 5. 4th down now. Their bread and butter is their passing game. After that last play, maybe they need to go back to that passing game.
Well, what's been good for them along the way is they understand their identity. They are a passing team, but they do like to mix in the run every now and then just to keep people off balance. Didn't work very well on that one, but all in all, I like their philosophy.
It's a 47-yard field goal try from here, but instead they're going to opt to go for it on 4th down. They'll try and throw for it with Jackson. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. And he's able to pick up the first down here before he goes down at the 26. Well, they deemed it 4-down territory, and they got 4 yards to pick up the first. On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. His throw caught right around the 6. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. A good pickup there, 21 yards. They've been practicing goal line offense all week. Let's see if they're able to capitalize here. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 4, and it brings up 2nd and goal. When we talk about being on schedule, I think they're on schedule after that run, getting it right down there on the doorstep.
Maybe even a little bit ahead, because now the defense can't dictate with pressure. They're guessing about where you're going to go. I might come right back at them with the same play, the same set, and see if they can stop them.
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Chicago. Cordero Patterson, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Extra point right down the middle. And it's now a 7-0 game. Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. This will be taken in at the 1. And a nice job there on special teams as he's taken down at the 14-yard line. The Browns drive about to get started. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they're thinking about, hey, we've got a shot at points already. We're already in a spot where you're thinking you've got 3 on the board for sure, and to come away with nothing, that's a really tough one for them to swallow.
Yeah, will they make up for it? Now this throw caught left side, and he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. That one a gain of 20 and a 1st down. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. On to the 2nd from Cleveland. It's the Browns in control of the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10.
180. 55. Down to lose 1. Point it right, point it right, point it right.
On 1st and 10, Mayfield. Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that 1st down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Mayfield over the middle, complete. It's Holt. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. The 2nd down completion got him 7. Now here's 3rd and 3. Going to the air again with Mayfield. He's going to float this one deep right side. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. A good return there, 17 yards, and the Bears take over. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They'll be looking to duplicate that first drive, the one that got them that 7-0 lead.
Of course they would. I mean, look, they're on the road. So getting the 7-0 lead was huge for them, right? Imagine getting up 2 touchdowns on the road, taking the crowd out of the game. It'd be ideal.
16 yards is the pickup there and a 1st down for Chicago. One play has them to the 37 here for 1st and 10. They run. Martin. And down he goes at the 45 after a pickup of 9.
Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space up front, really well done.
The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard. Now Martin running right. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. It's a loss of 4. Now 3rd down.
We all have habits. We can be somewhat predictable, and you know me pretty well on 2nd down and short. What I like to say?
Play action.
Yeah, without a doubt. I thought that was a great spot to call it. Instead, didn't go their way, did it?
Blitz coming, and down he goes. Christian Kirksey in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. And the results for them have not been strong to this point. 2 drives have ended in a turnover and then a punt.
So would it be too snarky for me to say that they've shown improvement? Because you had two drives with turnovers. Now they punted it away, so at least they didn't turn it over. So that's good, right?
You're going to get some angry users reaching out to you on social media.
Well, I don't mean to be. I was actually looking for the positive. Silver lining, you know.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Now first carry for their fullback. And not a whole lot to speak of there as they'll bring him down shy of the 20. Just a yard there, so it brings up a tough 3rd and 12.
Again, 3rd and 12.
That's what I do. Hey, alert!
Working out of the gun, Mayfield, and that is incomplete.
They went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
Here's Jamie Gillen now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. Fielded at about the 28. A nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again. This team now wants to get a cushion, put people away. They want to run their offense and have it end up in the end zone.
A very solid gain of 27. So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now as they're down to the 29-yard line. Here's a throw that's taken in out of the backfield. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. It's a pickup of 10 and a Bears 1st down.
As a passer, you're always trying to find that open window to throw the ball downfield. How about this one? Right in the middle of the field, right in the heart of a defense.
From the red zone now, here's Jackson on 1st down. This is caught by Robinson. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. 11 more on that one and another 1st down. This offense can certainly move quickly when they want to. 3 plays, 3 pass completions. In the blink of an eye, they've got it 1st and goal.
Almost felt like a lightning bolt hit in this game, didn't it? For them to get downfield that quickly. And now 1st and goal, expect them to attack right here on this play.
They'll run. Martin. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. A great effort there. His 9th touchdown of the season as the Bears push further out in front. Extra point splits the uprights, and that'll make the score 14-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Browns drive about to get started. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate.
Pressure comes, and down goes Baker Mayfield. Roquan Smith in there for sack number 22 on the year. And, folks, that's just a half sack shy now of Michael Strahan's record of 22 and a half set in 2001. Now Mayfield. It's caught by OBJ. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 14 yards, and it's a Cleveland first down. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Running with Hunt here out of the shotgun. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 2 minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0. And now timeout is whistled as it appears there's a Brown shaken up on the play. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here. And he'll go down. The Bears get there for the sack.
They were in the top 5 in sacks in the league coming into this one. That's their 3rd one in this game. Obviously, pass rush has been a strength of this team all year long.
And apparently they're not satisfied with top 5. They want to climb that. And the pressure gets to him again.
Okay, let's go back a little bit and see if my schooling comes to the front. What's that old saying? Those who forget the lessons of history are doomed to repeat them. That's the same guy who's gotten back-to-back sacks. I think a double team may be in order.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. So a couple of first downs on this drive, but it's looking like another empty possession.
And those empty possessions are certainly starting to pile up. So the adjustments that teams talk about all the time have to be taking place. They've got to analyze what's breaking down and figure a way to fix it.
It takes a touchdown-saving tackle to bring him down as he goes 32 yards on the return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. It's been a good first half so far. They're up 14-0. Points here, it could really put them in command before. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Jannard Avery in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Jackson now. And he finds a man on the crossing route. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. Throwing now, Jackson on 1st down. And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete. Defensively, celebration time because they finally forced an incompletion. He was perfect throwing the ball to that point.
Yeah, but from his viewpoint, they didn't force the incompletion. He just missed. That's how hot he is right now. That's how he wants to continue to throw the ball.
Trying to lay one up deep. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down.
But one thing's for sure, when you've got a big receiver and you trust him downfield, you're going to give him opportunities to go up and get that 50-50 ball.
And he is a darn good big receiver. Unfortunately, that time didn't work out. Nice job defensively. To throw is Jackson. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 21. Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. Throwing on first down, it's Jackson. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. Riley Ridley in the final seconds of the first half as the Bears push further out in front.
And that's a lead that excites a team as they head into the half. Good way to finish things off.
Yeah, able to extend that lead, and you always say it, that can totally change the complexion of half number 2.
Yeah, it changes your morale, changes your outlook. But even before that, let's see if they decide to kind of squib kick or what they're going to do on the kickoff, because you don't want to give up a big play right before the half ends.
Good point. Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Cleveland offense ready to go. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these.
Pressure comes and down goes Baker Mayfield. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks.
Here we go.
Final play of the half, Mayfield. He'll let it go deep for Beckham. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down. Now left side, a completion to his tight end. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. A good pickup, 17 yards and a Bear first down. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Jackson. This complete to Martin. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and it'll make it a second down.
Now that's the type of play that gives you a chance to win. Nothing forced downfield where you don't have a guy open. Swing it out to the back, and maybe even check it down, whatever you want to call it. Gain of 5. You're just trying to get 4 on first down. They're ahead of the chains now.
To throw again on second down. Jackson. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. They needed a break. They needed to make a play here in the third quarter. Defensively, they did that. Now they got to go quickly and get some points on the board.
And the best part is that they made their own break. Taking the ball away. Now they just look at their offense and saying, guys,
let's go.
Come on, capitalize on this one.
They start on the ground with Nick Chubb. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. No gain on the play. It'll be second down.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
So after the run for no gain, here's second and 10. They go play action. Mayfield. He'll get that complete to the tight end, Harris. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards.
There are so many things to watch for when you play defense, and reading your keys, you always hear about that, and having your eyes in the right place. Sometimes your eyes can fool you. How about that play action there? That sprang the big guy, didn't it?
Able to dump it over the top to him. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. They run it again with Chubb. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. 7 yards there and a first down.
Despite the score, despite the deficit, no quitting this guy. He's running angry, running through arm tackles. He wants to change what that scoreboard is saying.
So 2 first downs, and that moves the ball to the 42 now, 1st and 10. A run for Nick Chubb. Oh, Chubb fumbled it, and this is picked up by the Bears. And his guys are going to get the football. At the 37-yard line.
First down and 10.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Watch the run. Watch the run.
After the fumble recovery, it's Jackson under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Christian Kirksey. He's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. Now it's Jackson. And he's got his big tight end over the middle, complete. That one good for 17 as they're set up better now for 3rd down.
A gain of 17 yards, but it's 3rd down.
On 3rd and 1, Jackson. And that will be incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning. Hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. And no move to get the offense off the field. They'll stay put on 4th and 1. They'll run for it. Martin. And they are going to stop him on 4th and 1 as they'll wind up going backwards. He only needed a yard, but he couldn't even get back to the line of scrimmage. And this Browns defense stands tall. The Browns drive about to get started. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Big word. I like it now because you're exactly right.
You like that, don't you?
All game long, they've struggled moving the ball, turning it over on the last possession. Is that word again, symptomatic?
Yeah.
I like that.
Your analysis, symptomatic of the success of this broadcast.
What I like is that you gave me the word, and I just kept using it.
Oh, a scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. A good pickup there for the Browns, 15 yards. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. From the gun, Mayfield. And it's a fumble. And this is picked up by the Bears.
Whenever I see a team turn it over on back-to-back drives, fumbles on their last 2, I know one person's blood pressure who is starting to rise, and that's the head coach.
Absolutely. And when's it going to go down? When they stop fumbling?
When they stop fumbling and after he's assessed the game film, and only if they manage to win the game.
Had a bit of a lane there, took advantage of it. Give him 7 there on the 1st down carry. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And on the last drive, they were in field goal range. They just opted not to kick it, didn't get it. How does that change the mentality this go around?
I don't think it changes much for the head coach because this is what he preaches all the time. Attack at all times in any spot on the field, and he likes touchdowns, not field goals. Now, your field goal kicker, you got to make sure you nurse him through and say, okay, don't worry about it. When we need you, you got to be ready to go. And the team, of course, loves to see points on the board. So let's see if it changes a little bit if they're in the same spot again.
Well, we'll see what the decision is here if they get to that spot.
Let's get it.
Facing the prospect of a punt from their own end zone, they need some cushion. Let's see what they can do on third down. Jackson now down around his goal line. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he finally goes down, but not before reaching the 21. The thing that hurt on that play, the missed tackle, that allowed the extra yardage.
It's a matchup game in the NFL. You get the guy that you want isolated, have him miss a tackle, and off you go.
So forget about any talk of possible safeties. Here's 1st and 10, clear on the other side of the field. And a 10th carry here for Martin. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. Different story this time around. We had that huge gain, followed by a sizable loss here. They run it again with Martin. And this Browns defense coming to life. They get him behind the line for a second straight play. The tally there, -2 yards, brings up third down.
So statistically, both of these offenses having a rough time getting a running game going. But, boy, what a nice play there defensively. Tackling him behind the line, but you're right. You look at the numbers. Neither side looks on track in the ground game. A pair of negative running plays, and now they're looking up at a third down at 17 to go. Now a third down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete. Before the game, they were running the route tree about as efficiently and effectively as we could have possibly imagined, but sometimes the passes just go awry. Yeah, let's face it. When you're running the route tree in pregame, you don't have defenders breathing down your neck. You don't have defensive backs making plays on the football. Hard to replicate the intensity of the game. And the Browns pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down. Myles Garrett, and this Browns defense stands tall. So that's the second time this game they've given it up on fourth down. They're now 1 for 3 on fourth down conversion tries. But they must feel good about what they're doing, right? They continue to go for it on fourth down. Give the defense a lot of credit, though. If they've stopped them 2 out of 3 times, usually you have fourth down plays that you have dialed up and ready to go and you think are going to be successful. Not so far in this game. Oh, a battle for it here, and this will be caught. A good pickup there for the Browns, 15 yards. First down, Mayfield. He's going to look for Beckham in the end zone. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. The Pro Bowler Odell Beckham, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up second down. This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man on man. And you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football. A second down throw for Mayfield. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 35. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. I'm not sure, Brandon, we've seen a sloppier played game this year for a team on offense. Turn it over 4 times and expect to win? No chance whatsoever. And look, I have no idea what the ratio is about turnover 4 times and how that correlates to winning or losing. But I'll guarantee you, it's not very good. Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football. From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10. Throwing again, Jackson. And Jackson cannot get away, and he'll go down. Myles Garrett in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. Before they can snap it, time runs out on this third quarter of play. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Bears on third down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This will be 3rd and a mile.
58 to Mike, 58 to Mike. Let's put him on the buses. Let's put that team on the bus. 58's the Mike. 58's the Mike.
From the gun, it's Jackson. Able to get away. Shedding the tackle. He's going to loft one deep over the middle. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's 4th down. Fourth quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead, because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you can put yourself in jeopardy.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And, okay, all right, I'm being facetious here. But you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. A pass for negative yardage, obviously no good. Maybe he shouldn't have thrown it, or maybe he shouldn't have caught it.
And I think we were seeing it at the same time, weren't we? Maybe you let that one go, right? Because you can see the lost yardage about to develop. But that goes against every instinct of a receiver.
Pressure, and he's taken down. A Bear sack.
For a rookie first-rounder, he's made a huge impact on this defense. But that tells me that they had a plan for him when they drafted him. Just turn him loose, do what you do best, go get the quarterback.
Third and long for Mayfield. He'll let it go deep for Beckham. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Eddie Jackson picks him. And he's just across midfield and down at the 49-yard line.
It's just been one mistake after another on the offensive side of the ball. That's now 3 interceptions to go along with 2 fumbles for him. And if you're going to turn the ball over 5 times in a game, your chances to win have to be about 100 to 1. And it's not looking good for him here.
Now Martin. And I think the ball's out.
Yeah, baby. Boom.
So after the penalty, now they need just a yard on second down.
He don't know no better.
Following the penalty, Martin. And he loses the football a second time.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Here's Jackson. And nearly picked off there. Almost intercepted. Instead, second down. The incompletion there stops the clock. Any surprise they're throwing here late?
Ordinarily, yes, because you would think enough is enough. They've got plenty of lead, but I've seen this a bunch of times as well. The defense is going to crowd the line of scrimmage. If you just hand it off inside, you're getting your running back popped a lot as well. Sometimes the defense dictates it. If they're going to crowd it, you may have no other choice but to throw it downfield.
On second down, Martin. Mark that down as a pickup of 13, and the Bears have the first.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive, they went 3 and out.
Ready? Right. Yeah. Mike, 58, right there. I'm coming out to you. I'm coming out to you.
They run again on first down, Martin. And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. Larry Ogunjobi there to make the tackle.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level, because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat. And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. A gain of 13. It's a first down. Now, defensively, they just don't seem to have much of an answer for this passing game.
Not at all. Look at the confidence that's exhibited here. With that type of a lead, Clock on their side. Instead of running it, they're still throwing it, trying to pick up first downs and keeping the football.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. They're still throwing the football here. Now, obviously, the incompletion stops the clock. That's a bad thing.
Feels to me like they're just keeping them honest on defense because you know they're going to stack the line of scrimmage and try and stop any type of a running play. Short little passes may work in exchange of running plays. Keep the clock moving, keep them moving.
I guess you're right. If they can get some first downs, just as good as running. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Olivier Vernon in there with pressure yet again. That is the 7th time that they have dropped him here this afternoon. The Bears on third down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This is 3rd and goal. From the gun, Jackson. And that is caught. Touchdown, Bears. A 22-yard touchdown grab as the Bears push further out in front. No surprise there, 3rd and goal down here. That's where they're going to look for their tight end.
Yeah, you want that big guy running his routes because it doesn't matter who they cover him with. If it's another big guy, he might use his bulk against him. If it's a shorter defender, might go over the top. Either way, you tend to find a little bit of a mismatch in that area.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Browns' drive about to get started. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off inside the 5. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the 2nd week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage, use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning. At this stage of the game, with the score where it is, the key here, stay in bounds, and he did just that. Not by a huge margin, but he stayed in.
And those come up in what we like to call winning edge meetings. The things that you have to do, late game situations, kicking situations, doesn't matter what it is, the things you have to do to win a game, and that comes up in that meeting, then you practice it, they've got to be happy to see it executed, being able to stay in bounds and work the clock.
It's a pickup of 10 and a Bears first down.
52's the mic. Know your job. Squeeze. Watch it.
Another tote for the workhorse, Martin. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. A gain there of 12 yards and a first down for the Bears. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Here's Jackson to throw. So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Now a run with Martin. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll set up a 3rd down.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the 2nd level.
From the gun on 3rd down, Jackson. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on fourth. Running for it. Here's Martin. And boy, is he close. Did he get there? No, they're going to say he's short of the line to gain. The Bears tried it on fourth down, unable to convert. And the Browns are going to get this thing back. Excellent field position.
23. You better be afraid of me. You better.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. They set up the screen to Chubb. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3. That first down completion only netted him 3. Second and 7.
Point it right, point it right, point it right.
Mayfield to throw it. Pressure comes and down goes Baker Mayfield.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. Mayfield in this Browns offense staring at a 3rd and long now after the sack. Here's Mayfield, and he's going to go down again. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go in the football game. And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it.
Double dog, double dog. Regular, 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 regular.
Mayfield to throw for it on 4th. He's going to let it fly. And that is incomplete. So 17 seconds now on the clock here. Now the Browns signal for the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in the game.
Ready, ready. Go 58 to Lucky. Check, check. Lucky, lucky, lucky.
Carry number 20 here for Martin. He's got a first down and more inside the 30. And finally marked down at the 23. That burst good for 20 and a first down. And now here comes their final timeout as they take it with 8 ticks remaining.
Let's get off the field, D. Let's get off the field.
Oh, Jackson's going to throw it. That's going to be caught. And now with 4 seconds left, we get a timeout call. A good pickup there, a 22. They come out here in the eye. Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on 1st and goal. They'll run for it with Martin. So this one in the win column for the Chicago Bears. And this was truly a total team effort, Charles, on both sides of the ball.
Well, they absolutely pitched a shutout, so it can't get much better than that, right? The defense led the way, but the offense did their part as well. They moved the ball up and down the field. So you've got to like what you saw. What do they call that? A total team effort? I think when it's time to hand out game balls, guys from both sides will end up getting one.
So for the Bears,